हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन ज़रूर दबाएं।
Pranam Namaskar. I welcome you all in BSR Media with a special program, Love Affair with Osho. And this is the time we are going to do this program with a USA couple special. So this is, that as this is a very special program of our channel. Okay, so we are inviting the most beautiful couple of the USA, you can say. And first of all, we have with us Ma Dev Santoshi and Swami Roshan Bharati. Pranam Namaskar, Swamiji.
Pranam.
And then we are going to invite, there's a one more special couple, okay, Ma Anand Amido and Swami Prem Pushottam. Pranam Swamiji and welcome to the program. Now, we have a very special guest also, okay, from USA, Swami Bodhi Santosh. Pranam Swamiji and warm welcome to you in this show. Swamiji, kindly unmute your. Yes, thank you so much. So, in the last but not the least, we have a very beautiful one more couple with us, Mahaprem Nirdom and Swami Prem Samarpan. Pranam Swamiji, Pranam.
Namaste.
Okay, so we are going to do this program as we have done many shows of this program. This is the season, second season, and this is the 28th episode of this second season. So there are most beautiful questions are there. So we'll be going to start this program with Swami, of course, Swami Roshan Bharti and with Ma Dev Santoshi. So my first question to Ma Dev Santoshi, Ma, how you took sannyas?
जब मेरी शादी हुई तब मेरे घर में मेरे जेठ जी और मेरे हस्बैंड ओशो के सन्यासी थे और मैं भी उनके साथ ध्यान करने चाहती थी, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता था। फिर मैंने सोचा कि मेरे को सन्यास लेना है। मैंने पूना जाके सन्यास लिया।
Thank you so much, Ma. So same question I would like to ask to Swamiji also. How you took sannyas, Swamiji?
All right. So my brother, he took the sannyas first. He's a Raman Bharati, and he's my first master. So he showed me the Osho, and before that, I used to do in the high school time. I read to Swami Vivekananda and Brahma Kumari and everything. I used to read it. But when I see the Osho, so Raman take the sannyas of Osho, and then I think, okay. Then in the college first year, I decided to take the sannyas with the Osho. So I go to Pune and stay for couple of days. And Osho gave me the sannyas. That's where I came to the Osho world. So first master is Raman.
That is the most beautiful thing when we have someone who show the path, okay, in our family. That is the most beautiful thing. So I would like to ask to Ma Anand Amido first this question. Ma, how you took sannyas?
I first met some sannyasins in London, and they ended up planning a bus trip to India, which I joined. And so we traveled overland to Pune, and most people on the bus were sannyasins already, but a few of us weren't. And then when I got to Pune, I took sannyas. I had darshan with Osho.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I would like to ask Swami Prem Purushottam, Swamiji, how you took sannyas?
Well, first, my first master was Mayor Baba, and I came in contact with Mayor Baba 6 months after he left the body, so I never met him in the body. And anyway, I went to Europe. I was traveling in Europe. I was traveling through Africa. Found my way to Nepal and learned that there was a living master named Satya Sai Baba. And Sai Baba said he was the incarnation of Sai Baba of Shirdi, who was one of Mayor Baba's masters. So I was interested, of course. And I started making my way from Nepal down to India. I was going to visit Satya Sai Baba. I stopped in Delhi at the Mayor Baba Center, and a person there said, "You've got to go see this Rajneesh fellow. He's a real rebel." And I said, okay. So I was on my way to Pune, and I thought I had heard there was a Sai Baba Center there, and there was the Rajneesh. So I thought, oh, good, I can go to them both. And I arrived at the train station. I got a rickshaw. I said, Sai Baba Ashram. The rickshaw driver said, yes. I said, Sai Baba Ashram, not Rajneesh Ashram. Yes. And the rickshaw started getting closer and closer, and I kept seeing all of these Western people in orange clothes, and I thought, I'm not sure this is where I was going. And anyway, I arrived at the front gate, and this big German sannyasin, Haridas, he comes out and greets me, and I heard myself say, I don't think I'm where I was going, but I'm sure I'm in the right place. And that's how I arrived. I actually had never read a book of Osho. I had never heard Osho. I arrived quite virgin.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you very much, and it's a heart-touching story. Okay, because every story is a different. Okay, so when we connected to our master, that is always so beautiful, so wonderful. So I would like to ask to Swami Bodhi Soham right now, Swamiji, how you took sannyas? Kindly you tell us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. Just want to say, I'm originally from Uzbekistan, and I was born and grew up in the former Soviet Union, as Uzbekistan was part of Soviet Union. So we did not have access to a lot of spiritual masters. It was an atheist country. But Soviet Union fell apart in 1991, and when I became a teenager, I realized there is something that's missing in my life. So I'll never forget, I went to my uncle's house. My uncle was a physics professor, but at the same time, he used to collect a lot of books on metaphysics. And I found a book in his library. I think it was called Psychology of Esoteric by Osho. And I looked through it, and I asked my uncle to borrow it. And I took that book from his library. I've read it, and the rest was the history. Because the book was so fascinating. It was not like, I'm a big avid reader, I read a lot, and that book blew my mind because it was so different from what I've read before. And the biggest thing, because when Soviet Union collapsed, it was hard for us to travel somewhere or do something. But I found the Osho Center in my hometown of Samarkand. And because I went to college at the time and I was the only one in that circle speaking English, I would send out our sannyas applications to Pune. So that's when I, through mail, we received our sannyas initiation, and my auntie gave me name as Swami Bodhi Soham. But for us, we were like living in a spiritual desert. In Osho's books, were like a river in the ocean, through which we received that knowledge. And that's a lot of people at the time in Uzbekistan received sannyas. It was the first sannyas center in Central Asia. The only other one was in Moscow, Russia. And our sannyasins used to travel to Moscow to bring those books because they were rarity. Later on, came more books, and this is my history with Osho. I was only 16 years old when I became a sannyasi, and since then I never looked back. And we found a community here in Raleigh, and I think I personally met everyone here on our video call, because each one of you came through the center, and I know some of you related to Swami Raman. So yeah, so that's an exciting journey.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. It's so beautiful to hear you. And I would like to ask right now, so Ma Prem Nirdum first. Okay. Ma, how you took sannyas?
So I took the sannyas in 1909 in Gujarat in Rajkot. So my family, or we have everybody of the sannyasi, and all credit go to my two brother because they raised me as a daughter and the sister. They never control me. Whatever I like, they say okay. So I got the love with the Osho, but I not took the sannyas until I got the married. So when I got married with the non-sannyasi guy, it's the Swami Samarpan. But he treat me very well. He give me all the freedom and everything. So in 1990, I take the sannyas with the Swami Anand Sobha in the Rajkot. My family is already with the Osho, so I got lot of opportunity to read, take the all the shibir and everything. More chance I got here when I came to America. I got lot of freedom with the money and the everything. So first I want to say thank you to my both brothers, Swami Raman Bharti and Roshan Bharti. He gave me lot of opportunity in my life. So I right now I'm in the good shape. I run this center in the Washington DC since more than 10 years. So that's why I got the Osho in my life.
So beautiful, Ma. So I would like to ask this same question, Swami, to Swami Samarpan. Okay, how you took sannyas, Swamiji?
So स्वामी जी नमस्कार. So मेरा ऐसा है कि I got married to a sannyasi family. All of her family, like her brothers and herself, were sannyasi. And she wanted to take a sannyas, like, we got married in 88, and she wanted to take the sannyas since then. So I said, okay, if you want to become a sannyasi, that's fine. So she took a sannyas in 1990. And then I was going for the meditation since then for many years with them. I was arguing my parts, being a traditional Hindu. But by and by, I realized that my ego was stopping me from just taking a jump. So I stayed on a corner for many years, was doing meditation, was reading Osho, was listening to Osho, but never took a sannyas until 2013 when we opened up the sannyas center right here at our home. And at that time, I was really in different state of my mind. I realized that only thing is stopping me from taking jump is just ego. Um, but that ego didn't have any strength behind it. So I took the sannyas, and we opened up a center from there. And since then, I never looked back. I took a sannyas from Swami Chaitanya Kirti, and that's it. Starting from there, we always together and loving Osho all the way.
It's so beautiful, Swamiji. So I know this journey, especially when you took sannyas, it's a new birth, and actually, it is a real birth of ours. So this is very emotional thing when we took sannyas, and like normally child get cry, okay, when he born, but in this case we laugh, we feel energy, we feel really good, okay, we feel joy. So there's so many things when we took sannyas we feel like that. So I would like to ask the second question to first Ma Dev Santoshi, that when you did see Osho for the first time, do you remember that, Ma?
Actually, I never seen the Osho.
Ma, it is actually, I'll just want to correct this, okay? Whether in a body or whether you saw his photograph, okay? So your first look on Osho, remember that? What was happening to you when you see his face, when you see his eyes? Yes.
मैंने जब भी ओशो का फोटो पहली बार देखा, तब मैं ओशो के बारे में कुछ भी जानती नहीं थी। और समाज के लोग ऐसा बोल रहे थे कि इसका हस्बैंड तो ये बाबा हो गया, बाबा हो गया। तो तभी मेरे को ओशो के बारे में कुछ मालूम नहीं था। और मैं भी ऐसा फील कर रही थी कि मैंने बाबे के साथ शादी कर ली। बाद में जब 1-2 साल के बाद हम लोग राजकोट गए, तब भी हमारे घर में ओशो का फोटो था, पहले भी था। लेकिन बाद में मैंने कुछ सुना ओशो के बारे में, कुछ देखा, मैं ध्यान में गई, सब कुछ मैंने फील किया। बाद में मेरे को ओशो में सब, ओशो के पिक्चर में, ओशो की आइस में सब कुछ दिख रहा था। और मैंने सोचा मेरे को भी इसके फॉलोअर होना है और इसके बारे में जानना है, सब कुछ करना है। फिर मैंने किया। ऐसा ही पूछा था ना? और फिर तो मेरे को पूना भी जाना था। मेरे हस्बैंड मेरे को
जी
पूना ले गए। हम लोगों ने साथ
जी
में 21 डे का मिस्टिक रोज भी किया था। तभी मैं नॉन सन्यासी थी, फिर भी हम लोगों ने किया था। और मेरे को बहुत 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 अच्छा लगा।
बहुत सुंदर माँ. So I just want to ask to Swami Roshan Bharati, Swamiji, when you did see the Osho's picture or maybe in the body, okay, what was your feeling and what was the first time?
So in 1978, when I took the sannyas with the Osho, so I am just like a street boy. He's not too much well dressed or anything. So there's a funny event. When I go to sannyas, I don't have anything. So I met the Ma Lakshmi first. Lakshmi said, okay, go, there's a lot of, t-shirt is hanging on the sannyasi t-shirt, pick up one t-shirt and find some lungi. So I get the lungi. So when I get this, go to take the sannyas to the Osho, I just wearing the Bhagwa lungi and the stolen t-shirt from the sannyasi. And when I just present in front of the Osho laughed to me, I laughed to Osho. And couple of minutes, I am just staring to him, he's staring to me, and we are sitting each other, no thought, nothing. And he gave me the sannyas. That's where my first meeting with Osho. And at that time, nothing to think, everything is silent.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Yes, now I would like to ask to, yes, Ma Anand Anido. Okay, Ma, can you explain when you did saw Osho for the first time?
If I look back, I think listening was the first exposure to Osho. Listening to his discourses, which I don't know, just I think it was like the Heart Sutra or the Diamond Sutra, but it was it really affected me. But seeing him, I feel as if I first really saw him in my darshan when he gave me sannyas. And so that feeling was just feeling immersed in just an ocean of love, feeling as if I belonged in this world, that this place was for me. And so just an incredible acceptance from somebody who could see everything about you, whatever you might want to hide, as well as that you don't mind being seen. So, and a sort of a stillness in myself happening.
You're right. Many sannyasin, okay, or Osho lover, they have not directly saw Osho like me. Okay, I just got connected 3.5 year back. Okay, and it was the first of January 2021 when I got connected, and I took a sannyas on 9th of April 2021. But that was an awesome feeling, or I can't say like that. It's beyond saying anything. Okay, so I would like to ask the Swamiji, Swami Prem Purushottam, the same question. When did you see Osho for the first time, Swamiji? Can you explain?
So, as I mentioned, I hadn't read or heard anything of Osho when I arrived at the ashram in Pune. In fact, I had not even seen a photo of Osho. And so my first seeing the face of Osho would have been on a book in the ashram. And my first seeing Osho would have been in a Hindi discourse. And then this was just a few days before March 21st. And I asked for a sannyas darshan, and because celebration was happening, I couldn't have my sannyas darshan until March 28th. So I've always said that I really had two sannyas initiations. The first was on March 21st. So this was the last celebration that people, Osho was in Chungsu Auditorium, and people would file past and touch his feet and go on. After that, of course, he was in Buddha Hall and people just sat in the hall. So my first meeting was in the line for meeting Osho in the celebration darshan. And slowly the line is moving and it's getting closer and closer. And you can't see Osho because there's so many people in front of you, and the music is playing and the strong drum is going. And then this beautiful song of this love song was playing. And then finally the people open up and I see Osho, and it's my turn, and I go and I bow down and I touch his feet, and something strange happened because my hands made this motion as if I was pouring from his feet to my head. And then my hands went together like this, but at my navel center. And when that happened, it was as if a electric current was connected, and this charge went through me, just melted and collapsed, but I was still conscious. And coincidentally, the person that I had met at the gate, this big German sannyasa named Haridas, was the one who picked me up and threw me over his shoulder, well, lovingly lifted me over his shoulder and carried me out the darshan and set me out in front of Lao Tzu Gate, where there was actually quite a few people in the same state. And then slowly my body gathered back together. So that was my first meeting with Osho. And then 7 days later was my actual sannyas darshan. And of course, the anticipation in that week, oh, what is it going to be like in my sannyas darshan? Because this other darshan, this wasn't even my sannyas darshan. But of course, when I got to my sannyas darshan, it was nothing. It was just, this is your name. Will that be easy to pronounce? And that was it. So my real darshan, sannyas darshan, I think was on March 21st, but I have a second on March 28th. This was 1976.
That was a real long time back, Swamiji. And we can even still feel the same energy when we look at Bhagwan or Osho. Okay, so I just really say this whenever we feel like that, when we um, we say Osho, we have this problem in our life. He gave the solutions. Okay, so this is the whole existence, I'll say. Okay, is Osho to give us, show the right path and give us the solutions. Thank you so much, Swamiji. So I would like to ask Swami Bodhi Soham also the same question. Swamiji, when did you see Osho for the first time? Can you explain?
Yes, I think it's one of the most profound stories for me, because I've never met him in person, but I've met Osho through his books and his meditations. At the time when I picked up his book first time, I was kind of depressed, like I been experiencing a lot of challenges and then could not understand the world. And all of a sudden, I find this book of this master from India who is so fascinating, and my mind was trying to put me into some kind of framework, but Osho comes in and destroys that framework, any kind of mental framework that I wanted to create with my mind. And I had a feeling like Osho is pulling the chair out of me and I'm falling into the abyss, into the nothingness, because that was his main thing. Don't escape into any ideas or any philosophies. Just be in your center and in your presence, whatever it is. And that was scary because I used to make up stories just to escape reality. And he destroyed those stories. He pushed me, towards my center. And it was scary at the beginning. I would be scared to read his books. They would be sitting on my desk and I would be like, oh my gosh, if I read, he's going to destroy something again, another mental framework that I usually create for myself. He was a master of nothingness, and sometimes in the East, master is a killer, but he kills your ego. And that's what he did with his books. And it was so amazing. And I thought, wow, this master is not even present in my life in his physical body, but through his invisible presence, he's doing so much work. He was able to help me get out of that depression because I've started meditating and learning a lot for myself as a young man. I found a community of people with whom we meditated together. And that's basically transformed life. So my life is before and after Osho, like there's AD and BC, whatever, like terminology we have, before and after Christ. In my life, it's before Osho and after Osho. After I met Osho, it's the path of internal awakening. Like, for example, eventually we started having his books in the bookshops in Uzbekistan. I would be walking, I would see his book, and usually the whole cover would be his picture. I would see his picture in the bookstore and I would start crying. He would just seeing his picture would touch me on profound ways, it would make me cry. And it's like I'm seeing the master in front of me. And I cried and cried, and I said, Osha, why I was born so late? How comes I never got a chance to come and sit at your feet in your physical body and serve and be with you? And I was upset with myself that I was born so late. I didn't get to meet him in person. But then I realized I don't have to be physically present near him to be in touch with him and his being. I don't have to be in Pune. All I have to do is open my heart and connect through my heart to his presence. Because what is Osho? Osho for me was every time I would look into Osho, it's like nothingness. You're falling into nothingness. You disappear in this ocean of love and presence. So this is how I met Osho. Sometimes his insights were so profound about life, I would just be reading his book and just would start crying out of nowhere. He would touch me so deeply. And then same thing would happen during the meditations that we had in Uzbekistan.
So beautiful, Swamiji, really so beautiful. And if I'll say, everyone has a real different connection or story, but the feeling are always same for the master, for the love, compassion, and for our journey. So thank you so much, Swamiji. So
Thank
I
you.
would like to come to here with Ma Nirdom. And Ma, I would like to ask the same question like when you did see Osho for the first time.
Actually, I not remember when I saw the Osho picture or anything. But when I saw the Swami Raman Bharati, I said, I got very serious about that. I said, what I not got, what he got it. Always he is very happy, and I try to understand. So that time I not got more chance to read and everything, but he took me when there any shibir or the Osho shibir in Junagadh, or sometimes they have the cassette that they can the discourse, everybody get together and listen it. So my brother always took to with him to get the some experience, right? And after that, mostly I'm not serious about my life. I'm the non serious person, right? But I have one drawback. Once I decide something, and I not rest until I got it. So I remember in 1986, I'm very serious about to take the sannyas. We have one Junagadh, there is Shivir Pana Swabha. I asked my mom, you said, I want to take the sannyas, right? And she tell me, I say, I don't mind you took the sannyas, but you took the sannyas after you go to your house. So it's easy for you, for your life too. So I take easy. I say, okay, I can take the sannyas. So I took this in 1990. 16-year-old, maybe my brother not remember. He tell me, Kantu, why you and Bar not go to Pune? But I'm in the small village and I have really, really limited knowledge. I don't know where is the Pune, how I can go myself. I said, no, I cannot go to Pune. So actually, when I took the sannyas with the, I want to see the Osho, right, in his real life, right? But I never got chance. So when I sit down to take the sannyas and I feel it Osho in front of me, and I start to cry. I don't know from where I got these tears, and I cry a lot. And finally, I got the sannyas and I got so peaceful in my life. And after that, my real journey starts.
Thank you so much, Ma. So I would like to ask the same question, Swamiji. When did you see Osho for the first time?
I
Can you?
guess, Swamiji, my story is a little bit different. I think I was avoiding Osho all the time. While I was in college, right? Osho used to come in our hometown, and everybody from my college will go to see Osho, listen what he has to say, right? Discourses and everything, and I would avoid it, and I kept avoiding it for throughout the college, and then it looks like, it's not, it's other way. Osho pushed me. Actually, he got me in because he created the surrounding around me. Everybody is sannyasi, like her brothers, all of her brothers' friends, herself, everybody sannyasi, right? On the other side, I was the only one, right? But it looks like, I felt also when I used to do the meditation with them. Anyways, there was a Das Delo in Rajkot, and they used to do the dynamic over there. And at that time, dynamic was like a who was who am I? And at that time, I felt Osho, and then I read Osho, then I listened Osho, and then I followed Osho, right? But I was avoiding for a long time and kept avoiding until 2013. Even if I was doing the meditation, I was doing everything right, but I was not 100% in. Um, and even when I took the sannyas, right, at the last moment, Kirti Swami was here, the Shibir was here, and the center was opened after many, many years of emptiness here in Washington, D.C. And all the many sannyasis, like old sannyasis, were here, right? But somehow, it just happened and occurred, and I took the sannyas. And since then I felt Osho. I can't say that, okay, this particular moment I saw Osho, but he's changed my life forever, period. My perception is changed. If I go to temple still, but when I go to temple, I totally am a different person. Yep, that's how it is.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. And this session is really beautiful, and it's going on. Uh, there's a one more beautiful question which I'm going to ask. This is the special question for everyone, and I'm sure this is a very heart touching question also, or you can say the answer will be heart touching. So first I would like to ask to Ma De Santoshi. Ma, what? Okay, sorry. This is for the couple actually. What have you both learned from Osho that helped you in your life and in your work? This is for the both, but I would like to ask for the first, like if Ma is working, okay, and if she's not working, even that, okay, because the life changing or to better life. Yes, Ma.
Sound like it's for you.
एक्चुअली तो मेरे पास तो इसका कोई भी आंसर नहीं है, ऐसा कहूँ तो भी मैं बोल सकती हूँ। ओशो के टच में आने के बाद लग रहा है कि हम लोग हस्बैंड वाइफ है ही नहीं, हम लोग फ्रेंड्स है, ऐसा मैं फील कर रही हूँ। और तो क्या, मैं अपने स्वामी जी को बोलूंगी, वो आपको आंसर देंगे, वो कैसा फील कर रहे हैं।
जी स्वामी जी।
या स्वामी जी, संन्यास के बाद जो मैं संन्यास लिया तब तो मैं अनमैरिड था, बट आफ्टर मैरिज all the understanding from the Osho, what I get about the life, what I get about the consideration of the other people, and how to pass the bad event, good event, how to go there. That's why we are living together. And we are the husband and wife, but more than husband and wife, we are living as a friend. And we are living happily. We have the some, dispute, and we solve Osho. That's where we live. Yeah, I understand. This is the question.
Yes, yes, G. So, this most beautiful question I would like to ask to Ma Anand Amido and to Swami Prem Purushottam also. Like what you have both learned from Osho that helped you in your life and in your walk.
Um, so I was going to say, or I am going to say, that I think when I went to Pune, I was not at all really in touch with my heart, and I feel as if there was one discourse when Osho talked about how to learn to love, and he talked about you don't start with a person, that's too difficult. Start with a rock, and then a tree, and then move on to a person. So I feel as if I followed his instructions, and of course it took a few years, but I do feel as if Osho taught me how to love, and I think that's opened my heart, and I think that is very important when you're living with someone closely.
So beautiful, Ma. So, Swamiji, what would you like to say?
I think I was the rock.
Okay.
Well, we both were sannyasins when we got married, and we've been married now 35 years, right? Yeah. And oh gosh, we well, really, it's got to come down to meditation. I mean, meditation has given us the space within ourselves to allow the other to blossom in there. And we spend a lot of time together. And yet somehow we give each other space in some mysterious way. And it's been pretty groovy. No complaints.
Swamiji, I saw the beautiful pictures of both of you, like the most beautiful couple. Okay, how uh, you are with each other. Okay, the way, like we have even took that picture. Okay, where you're very close to Ma. Okay, that was the amazing picture I saw. Yes, yes, yes. So I'll just want to say this. Yes, you are a wonderful couple, and it did not look like that. It's been a 35 years, okay, of your marriage, but yes, it's just look like that. You both are just newly married couple, okay. So I saw those pictures and chemistry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I would like to ask to Swami uh, Bodhi Soham. Swamiji, I would like to ask the same question, but like this way. What you have learned from Osho that helped you in your life and in your work?
Well, I'll tell you this. My life and work is within the context of Osho. It's not like separate things. And I'll explain you
Yes,
what I
yes.
mean.
Yeah.
So, what are the distinctions that Osho brought in his teachings brought into my life? It's awareness and consciousness. I, like any human being, I go through difficulties and challenges and joys of life. But for me, the main question is, how do I go through them? Do I just blindly plow through this difficulties, complaining, or I stop, I meditate, going through whatever phase life I'm in, and learn? Whatever that now moment is bringing to me, there's something in there, there is beauty, even if it looks challenging from outside. So what is hidden inside for me? What's the wisdom? And that's, I believe, is not possible if you're asleep. So Osho taught me how to bring the element of awareness and meditation into each moment that I live in. And it doesn't matter. It can be my family life, my work, my relationships. That's what I do. I consult with Osho. It's the question is, what kind of awareness do I bring in, and what I've learned from each situation? How do I enrich myself? Because for me, abundance of life, it does not just happen through financial means. That's important too, but it's like how I learn. That's a multidimensionality of life. How am I enriching myself using Osho's work? As he said, meditation is the only way. I start my day with meditation. I finish my day with meditation. I go through my life trying to be more and more aware, and there is less unaware time in it. And that brings this very beautiful dimensions into like every part of life. I think that's why I don't see these things as separate. My life happens within this context.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. So I would like to ask the same question with this beautiful couple, okay, to Ma Prem Nirdum and Swami Prem Samarpan. So what you have both learned from Osho that helped you in your life and work together?
So first I give chance this time to Swami Samarpan because always I get first chance. He can
Okay,
speak first.
So now
okay.
everybody can understand that she is giving me the chance, right? All
Yes,
right.
you can say, Swamiji, you can say, and it's
Now
a
you can
golden chance.
start.
You have to, yes,
Now you can
you have to
start.
grab it.
She is the boss. So we've been working together, living together, and listening to Osho together for more than 35 years. And actually, in reality, our thought process became one. And Osho, being a free consultant, basically, whenever you are in trouble, whenever you need advice, you just close your eyes and think. And where you gonna go to your guru? Ask him the question. What would he say? And you will make the decision like that. Of course, over the years, we became better person, I believe. And our thought process is changed tremendously. The point of view, whatever we are seeing at the world, is totally different. And I think we have grew up a little bit. That's how I can say. I wish
Yes,
your
ma'am.
turn.
Now your turn.
So first thing
Yes.
I learned for the Osho, I say, sometimes we say, oh, we have that problem and that problem. Then I think about, because I listen a lot about the Osho disco, everything. So I say, no, it's not problem, it's you. You create the problem. You are there. So I got lot of consciousness after I am with the Osho. So I'm very conscious about my make sure I not hurt anyone. So I not blame anybody else. I blame myself first. So that's only I learn, and I'm very self-dependent person, free bird. So and I learn a lot from the Osho how to live the life in true way. That's I can say.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you. I would like to ask sorry, I would like to say one thing more. Okay, I remember, I think in 2021, when I called Swamiji, okay, Swami Prem Samarpan, as well as to Ma Prem Nirdum. Ma Prem Nirdum did not took my call at that time. Okay, but Swamiji took my call. I mean to say That was the first time I was talking to Swamiji, and uh, I told Swamiji that we are going to do this 24-hour live, okay, in on 11th of December 2021. That was I've done first time, and that was some people say this. I've created the history, okay, in Osho world. We got 24-hour continuous live session, okay, where we showed Bhagwan's Janam Sthali, I mean birthplace, okay, then the Molishi tree, which you can say enlightenment tree, okay, that you can say. Then we showed this Pune, okay, and across the world, okay, like in India, UK, US, Australia, okay, and uh, we have done it very nicely, and that was the energy was working of Bhagwan. So Swamiji told me at that time, okay, so she's the boss. Okay, I remember
So she
this.
is.
Yes, yes, you told me. Okay, Man Nirdam is the boss. So I just thought I even did not know at that time they are husband and wife. Okay, so after that, okay, actually, I think Swami Yog Prabhat, who were used to stay in US, okay, I think near to your center, okay, he told me that because he gave me your numbers, okay, then he told me they are husband and wife, they are a couple, okay, but Swamiji did not told me she's my wife. He told me she is the boss. Okay, so thank you so much, Swamiji. And I would like to ask to hear uh, to ma yes to ma Anand Amido. Ma, I would like to ask how Osho's philosophy brought you both closer together and depend or your love dependent your love.
Could you just say that again? Sorry, I couldn't hear the last
Yes,
bit.
ma, uh, how Osho's philosophy brought you both closer together and dependent your love.
Um, I suppose in a way I don't really think of Osho as having a philosophy. Um, um, I I always I sort of feel as if it's so very vast. And some of the things he says, about, not living in the past, not living in the future, but living here and now. I think whatever work you do to live in the present helps your life in every way, whatever aspect you're looking at. And 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 that effort to live more in the present is through meditation. And he places tremendous emphasis on encouraging us to meditate, and by that it seems he means to be a witness and not get identified. I think that's all I've got to say.
Thank you so much. So, Ma, as you were saying, so I would like to correct this question, okay, to Swamiji. Okay, how Osho brought you both closer together and in deep and in your love.
Well, I mean, we met in Pune. We first got together at the ranch. We've been together as sannyasins the whole time. So everything is Osho bringing us together. But just a little bit more on what Amito said, because I think it's important. It's through meditation, through watching our own mind, we're able to see ourselves and laugh at ourselves and not take ourselves so seriously. And that makes it easier for two people to be together because they're both learning about themselves, they're discovering themselves, they're opening themselves, and all of that work is making all of life, but particularly relationship, deeper. And on a more mundane, more specific answer to your question, we have been spending months working on this project that we have, which is called A Course in Witnessing. And we've been working on it together. And so it is Osho's teaching, and specifically, it's Osho's teaching on witnessing. And we went from the earliest discourses to the ending with the Zen discourses, and all along picked out pieces where Osho is speaking on witnessing, and the thread through all is witnessing and meditation. And that work we have been doing together. And I think it's the first time we've had a project that we've worked together. And so on a very real way, his teaching has brought us together in this project.
So romantic, Swamiji, so romantic. Thank you so much. Like, if I'll say, if anyone can see this beautiful chemistry between you both people, okay, so they can be also fall in love with Bhagwan, because if they don't know about Bhagwan, they have to be fall in love with Bhagwan. So thank you so much. So I would like to ask the same question to Swamiji, Swami Bodhi Soham. Swamiji, how Osho's brought you your life in love and in, we can say, deeper in love? Because it is not a love if you don't have anyone in your life, but this love is actually really for whole world, for whole existence, like with the tree, with the animals, with the birds, okay, and with the ocean, with the river, okay, with the flowers, with the nature, okay, everything. So would like to say, Swamiji.
So the first lesson I've learned from Osho about love is loving myself. Because as a teenager, I did not have an appreciation of myself at the time when I first started reading his books. And I used to be afraid to be alone by myself with my own thoughts. The first lesson I've learned how to love myself. I would go on walks by myself And it felt very uncomfortable because I always wanted to, suppress that noise that's happening in my head by being in the company of other people. So I would do this walking meditations by myself. And I could not love somebody else until I've learned how to love myself. I started with myself, then I was able to love trees, the rocks, the nature, and my partners and my current wife. It was hard for me, like at that time when I would fall in love with someone, it would be so like one way. It wouldn't be like, oh, give me love. I was like a beggar asking them for love. But there was no giving from my side. So I learned from Osho, if my well is empty, people can't come and drink the water from that well. If I want to give water with people, I can't share with anything. So I had to dig my own well of self-love, and all you do is meditate. It's not like you start loving yourself. Love is so natural within us. I just have to remove all this dirt and rocks, internally, and that opens up. And when I get in touch with my true nature, I start experiencing that love. And then it becomes natural. You don't notice, you don't go loving people because your nature becomes just the flourishing of who you are. You either get in touch with a tree, a person, with people, the universe, you whether touching the stars in your meditation, doesn't matter. That's what your nature is. So that's what was the biggest lesson that I've learned from Osho, or as they were saying earlier, is witnessing. I had to learn how to witness myself and bring awareness and presence to myself and to thought process and go deeper to truly find who I am. And that has changed everything.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Now, I would like to ask the same question with Ma Prem Nirdum and Swami Prem Samarpan. Swamiji, uh, how Osho's brought you both closer together and deeper in love?
Swamiji, if she allows, I can answer that question, right? So I am still learning actually, and I am still developing. It looks like, whenever I'm trying to do something, and then it gives me like a shock. Okay, you do this and that, right? So in everyday life, in our household, actually we are physically living two people, but Osho is always there. Start writing right from the beginning in the morning all the way to the evening, right? Discourse is going on, and in each and every decisions we make, I think Osho's impact is very much bigger. When I go to work, when I see the other people working, and my team, right? Even I seriously am totally different to them. Not only she's the boss, she I can be, she don't care about me, but for all other people around me, can definitely feel the difference. That's what I think, and that is due to Osho only. Yep.
So, Ma, can you also answer the same question, Ma?
So from my side, I can tell you, we are husband wife together in the form of husband wife, right? Right? For always, Osho says you carry something with you when you born, right? So I'm naturally, my nature is, give to love, and I'm very easygoing person, right? So always I think what other people like it. So I live my life to make the other people happy because internally I'm happy. So I don't need anything, right? But I want to make sure from my presence, other who's with me, they got the happy, and I want to make sure I give enough space and I not enter his privacy. So that's why we are very close. We live together 24 hours, work to 24 hours, and we both have our own space.
Thank you so much, Ma. Now I would like to go for a very beautiful question because this is also a very heart touching question. So I would like to ask to Ma Dev Santoshi, the most beautiful gift from Osho you received.
इन माई लाइफ मेरे जीवन में सबसे अच्छी गिफ्ट है ओशो इज केम इन माई लाइफ दैट इज माई मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट गिफ्ट मुझे ऐसा ओशो ओशो फैमिली मिला है मेरा पूरा मेरा ससुराल ओशो सन्यासी है इससे ज्यादा मुझे क्या चाहिए ये बहुत बड़ी 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 वाली गिफ्ट है मेरे लिए या दैट्स इट
Thank you so much, Ma. So I would like to ask the same question to Swamiji. The most beautiful gift you received from Osho.
Okay. From long time with the Osho. So my life is the Osho. What I learn, understand the Osho, what I feeling the Osho, that is my life. But most thing I learn from the Osho that whatever situation is with me, I am happy with that. It is financial, social, business, what situation is there, I am happy. I accepting that situation. Any situation I am there, I accepting that I learn from the Osho. Second thing I learned from the Osho to love all the people, either is the employee or my junior people or my senior people, to love all the people. Third thing I learned, that is the consideration. I always consider the other people. So that three things I learned in my life. So my life is the ocean. So I cannot distinguish the thing what other way I was without the Osho. Because from 19 years I am with the Osho. So what's my life right now is right, wrong, what it is that is the Osho.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. So I would like to come to Ma Anand Amido. Ma, I would like to ask the same question. What is the most beautiful gift you received from Osho?
I, I feel as if I've received so many gifts from him, and I think maybe sort of currently one of the things, I feel like things arrive in your life and it feels like they're from him, so like working on if something disturbs you or upsets you or you wish wasn't there, but to see that it's not accidental, that it's something for you, something positive, and to find a way to embrace it. It might take time, but to me that's sort of like a current gift.
Thank you so much, Ma. Very rightly said. We have not a single, like, it is not a single gift. We have every day we receive a beautiful gift from Bhagwan. So thank you so much. So Swamiji, I would like to ask the same question. Like, what is the most beautiful gift you received? Because we have received many gifts, but the most beautiful you feel?
I think it's pretty simple. It's meditation. It's witnessing. When I say meditation, I mean specifically, well, I mean all of meditation, but what I'm referring to is what we could call Osho's witnessing meditation. And by that, I mean first watching the activity of my body. That means watching what I'm doing in space and time, walking and having a cup of tea and relating to people. And then that first time I remember watching, being able to see the thoughts passing without that first glimpse of seeing the thoughts passing without interacting. That was an amazing moment because that was really the beginning of meditation for me. And then even a little deeper, we because it's a little harder to see, and that is those emotions, those feelings, again, without rejecting them because there's some feeling we don't want to feel, not grabbing on to the ones that we do want to feel, but being able to just see them come and go in the same way that we see the thought pass. And then those rare but exquisite moments of being in that emptiness that Soham referred to, that nothingness, that absolute stillness, that silence. Surely there can be no greater gift than that self-discovery. And that gift, it colors everything, all aspects of life.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. And now I would like to come to Swami Bodhi Soham. Swamiji, the most beautiful gift you received from Osho.
I believe the biggest gift is awareness and self-love. Because once awareness happens, you start seeing things for truly what they are instead of going through the filter of the mind. Mind is still part of us, but you start realizing there's something beyond that as well. And that awareness opens up the pathways to so many places. Because I've realized a lot of things happen that when I'm not awake, that's the time then when I feel that things don't work out for me, when I'm in ignorance. And that awareness and witnessing of what's happening in my life right now, it transforms it. It brings the color of awareness and beauty and love. I've traveled different paths. I've studied with Osho, but then I've sat at the feet of the Sufi master as well. And with Sufi master, you go through love first. You experience that love. And I entered through the door of awareness and meditation, and it took me to nothingness. And then with my Sufi master, I entered through the door of love. They call it ishq. I ended up in the same place. So it's like love and awareness are like a two wings of the soul. So awareness and love, that's the two gifts that Osho gave me that I'm very grateful for.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Now I would like to come to Ma Prem Nirdum and Swami Prem Samarpan. Okay, I'll ask this time also to Swami Prem Samarpan. Okay, what is the most beautiful gift you have received from Osho?
Actually, happening Osho in my life was the most beautiful gift, and that happened through her. So Osho gave me her, and because of her, I am with Osho. So this is the most beautiful gift I've got from Osho. I'm not sure whether I'll be at all involved in Osho without me being married to her. And I was a totally different person, and I must admit that, right? I'm still growing. I'm not saying that I'm there, but yeah, um, it's different. And happening Osho to me was the most beautiful thing. Everything, basically, it's not just you cannot pinpoint one thing, but everything. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Swamiji. So, Ma Prem Nirdum, what you would like to say about this, the most beautiful gift you received from Osho?
Because Swami Samarpan gave me some credit, so I'm going to give him some credit too, so he feel
That's a
good.
business. That's a
That is the
business.
barter
That's not right.
system. Swamiji, that is the barter system. Okay.
I'm telling you, that's not right.
Yeah.
I
So,
I told you
yeah.
from my heart.
So, no, really, Swamiji, so when I'm with the Osho, and I'm a little bit worried about, I say, oh, I'm married with the non-sannyasi guy, right? So, but he proved he's not the non-sannyasi, he is the sannyasi. He never controlled me. He never, said no. Still, I'm married since 35 years, and I'm waiting. When he gonna tell me no? Whatever I like it, he with me. Even though he need to drive 8 hour, 10 hour, take me any shibir, anything, always he with me. And second thing I learned I got a big gift from the Osho. I not believe in the words witness, love, or such a thing. I believe in the you are the example. So what I got the big gift from the Osho, live the life who you are, who as really you are, and show the example. So that's only I know.
Thank you so much. So, I'm coming to the last question of this program, and this is the most beautiful because I'm gonna ask you, according to you, Ma Dev Santoshi, what is your love affair with Osho?
He's laughing his love.
I love also. That is my love affair. That's it. Without also, there is nothing in the world, nothing in my life. So I love also. That's it.
Thank you so much, Ma. So, Swamiji, can you explain in your words what is the meaning of love affair with Osho to you?
Uh, my love affair to Osho, how can I explain, son? That is little difficult question you gave me because the broad area. So I love the Osho. My life, I learned a lot of things Osho. I had a lot of blessing from the Osho. But what I get the Osho, I will say in couple of words that Osho give me one understanding that physical life is the short, it has the end. So that sentence I always remember, and I always remember because of the understanding of the Osho. So because of that sentence, it always encouraged me to try to achieve yourself, try to understand yourself. And on that point, Osho gave me the gift that I can stay with myself. I can stay within. That is the blessing, biggest blessing I get. That is my love affair with the Osho,
Thank
which
you
is
so much, Swamiji.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. And this is the most beautiful question, actually, because Osho says two things. We should have these two things in our life. That first is, maybe you can say, dhyan, means meditation, and other is love, means praying. So this is the same. I mean, you can say this is the one coin with two sides. Okay, if you don't have either of these, okay, your life is totally, you can say, that is not completed. So if you love someone, okay, from deep down in your heart, you can connect it to the meditations. And if you connect it to the meditations, that means you are full of love. Your heart is full of love. So I would like to ask to Ma Anand Amido first. Ma, what is the love affair with Osho in your words for you?
Um, I, it's a kind of, I think it's almost like a kind of vibration in your life. I think it's something of a miracle that I, got to be with him in India and in the States. And just the feeling I have for him sort of just echoes and echoes and resonates through my life. I actually still talk to him sometimes and ask for help, when I'm struggling. And I just somehow or other, maybe just evoking his name can make things more clear.
Thank you so much, Ma. So, Swamiji, Swami Prem Purushottam, I also want the same question from you. I mean, answer from you, that what is love affair with Osho in your words?
I think maybe we could look at it from the three Gachamis, Buddham Sharanam, Sangam Sharanam, and Dhammam Sharanam. The first is Buddham Sharanam. Who cannot fall in love with the being Osho? You sit in front of Osho, it would be impossible not to be in love with Osho in the Buddham. The second is a little more difficult, and that is loving the community, the commune, because that's where we really come up with our face to face with our trips, our ego. And that's where I think many of us can turn away and say, no, I like this guy over here, but this commune business, that's not for me. So, and not just the commune of Osho's commune of sannyasins, but the community of other enlightened beings. Krishnamurti and Ramana Maharshi and Meher Baba and Nisargadatta Maharaj, etc., etc. You just end up loving them as well. So many different flavors of this same mystery. And then the third, Dhammam, to me, it means the ultimate truth which of Osho, which is you, me, each one of us, and that flowering inside. That one can still be challenging. But I hope I don't stop Charaveti into the very end, that I don't stop with the easy one, loving this idea of a person, which, of course, Osho's not a person, or stop with just at the commune, but I'm not going to take it further into what is this teaching that he's speaking about in all of these books that he spent so much time on. What is that? I hope I don't stop till I discover all of that for myself. Osho said, just somewhere I just saw, someone was asking him, what is the greatest gift I can give you? And Osho says, the greatest gift you can give me is your own enlightenment. I hope I can give him that gift someday.
And yes, so I would like to come to Swami Bodhi Soham. Swamiji, in your words, what is the meaning of love affair with Osho to you?
Well, I want to kind of start with where Swami Prem mentioned. It's like journey with Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, and Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. So love affair with Osho, it's a journey of knowing yourself. So whatever form it takes. I didn't meet him in person, but I wanted to sit at the feet of the master. So Osho said, go find the living master. And I was a young man. I wanted to experience the living master. So in my life, I've been traveling and learning from different masters. I studied with Sufi masters. I studied with the Taoist master, and I'm still studying with them. They're my teachers. And that's the journey. You know, they bring their unique dimensions. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. How is it to be in the community of seekers who are searching for the truth and learning how to know themselves? That's another challenge, right? And it's a beautiful journey when you get to know fellow travelers on the path of the truth and self-knowing. And Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, the Dhamma, the unknowable. You know, how do you... I don't know if you can know this because it's such an unknowable, but for me, it's being in awe with the universe, with Dharma, and the process of knowing and learning about these mysteries. It is so beautiful that you get to know it through the journey. And of course, the biggest thing, the love affair with Osho is humor. You know, he always said, you're going to know if it's a real master if he has a good sense of humor. You know, so that's how I know if I found the real master or not. the person that always have a great sense of humor, and makes a great, amazing jokes. So yeah, my love affair with Osho is a mystery and the path of to knowing yourself, and that comes through so many dimensions. Being at the feet of other masters, and always learning, always being in meditation.
Out there.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. And now I would like to come to Ma Prem Nirdum and Swami Prem Samarpan. Ma, I would like to ask first to you right now for this question. Okay, what is the meaning of love affair with Osho to you?
Need to think a little bit. For me, love affair with the Osho, I think I marry with the Osho. So I sum up with my life with the Osho. So I live my life very free because Osho says, give me your hand in my hand and don't worry about. So my thing, if you trust your guru 100% and live the happily life. That's my. Now, Swami
Thank you,
Samar.
Ma. Yes, so I would like to ask the same question. Swamiji, what is love affair with Osho
Swamiji
mean to you?
Osho actually woke us up a little bit, right? Our life was going smooth without any problems, and he comes into life, and hey, wake up, and now you are searching for yourself. At times, he says that as long as you search with your mind, if you do this and that, right, it's not gonna work. So it's very very difficult to figure it out how to relax and get out of the mind. It's all mind game, and we are trying that, and he puts on the spot where you have to do something yourself. There is no other way you can do. And for doing such a thing, waking me up, I love Osho. That's all I can say.
Thank you so much. And this was a really wonderful session. Before ending, I would like to make an appeal. Okay, so this is a small video of ours.
You can donate and contribute to BSR Media through PhonePe, Paytm, Google Pay, Bheem, UPI using the same QR code.
Yes, you can support us, okay, on the same QR code, or you can ask for the account number and account detail or PayPal detail. So I just want to say one thing. This life is giving by God, giving by Bhagwan to us. So we never know when we are going to end up this life. Okay. But before going from this world, like Bhagwan said, we need to use our life for others. We need to do the things, at least for ourselves. Okay. And we need to do the things which people get, you can say, their life easy. Because most of the people, they do it like this, like they do miserable life to others. So this is the most beautiful life. We have to live every moment of the life. We have to live in the presence. We have to do meditation, and we have to love whole world, like you all say in this program. So thank you so much. I would like to thanks first here to Ma Dev Santoshi and Swami Roshan Bharti, and then I would like to thanks to Swami, sorry, Ma Anand Amido and Swami Prem Purushottam, and then I would like to say thanks to Swami Bodhi Soham, and yes, I would like to say thanks to Ma Prem Nirdom and Swami Prem
Thank you. Thank
Samarpan.
you, Swami.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
everyone.
Thank you.
And it was a really wonderful session. And I really say this. I think other people also, uh, you are showing the path actually. Okay, and everyone will get, you can say, see the right path, and maybe they'll get improve their life, and they should connect to the existence actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pranam.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन ज़रूर दबाएं। हमारे चैनल